EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. Kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Right to the air, here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. Complete to right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
That's good for our Lions. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. The right's got it. He finds some open field here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now it's gone. across the middle. He's got it complete to St. Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd down and goal. Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Goff. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chopping at the bit just to get the football. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at about the 1. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
This one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line, here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. On 2nd and 9. Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. you're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's Hill, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Gone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. To throw is gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Dolphins' 36-yard line.
4 yards remain for second down. Throwing again is gone. He finds his man, complete. That's right. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Goff. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And some room to work. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Mostert, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, Hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking...
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
Different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there and leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Dolphins have got it. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I
think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's long. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Three.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tua. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Goff now to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Downfield. He's been open. Just get in the
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for first and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got some space here. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Goff now looking to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second down at 4. Now gone. Finding Williams once more. Complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, but it's another first down. Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Swift again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll run with Swift. And this time he is in. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Dolphins now with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
To me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A run for the first time with Myles Gaskin. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright from 19 yards away. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. Pushes him out to a 15-yard lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest when the guy with that type of speed, you do something. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Started. They need a 4-10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got Lloyd. His tight end complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at the 21-22. So the completion good for 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And complete it to Hill. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 2 on third down tries so far on this drive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive to the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Gone. That's to Alvin Wilson Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was a pretty good pursuit to the football defensively.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff connecting with DJ Chark. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, Parker, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waller. And the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And off the way in for a Miami touchdown. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and the emphasis stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? We're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
And what a nice example there of the tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
What are you doing?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Tua going to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The two are going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
16. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't.
It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And give him about 5 as he gets us up to the 48-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 45 on 2nd down. Tua. Throw complete to his tight end Long. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Right back to him on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple of so 3rd down coming up.
You got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
The score, Lions 28.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Build that momentum offense.
Now Goff on 1st down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chuck. And he is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. Stays that way by 2 more. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Do it again.
To throw again on second down. Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will maybe 3rd. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got his man. It's the tight end run. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set that goal line. Come on, guys.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They hand it off to Mostert. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action. Here's Tua. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. He's able to keep the feet on the bench. They're in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Tua sets up to pass it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was holding his arms on the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wanted to go through that.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushes off us, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Goff now looking to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Finally hauled down And for the first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. In trouble, and he's taken down. Aaron McNeil never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now the practice is looking good. They need to get that first down and either get it or
And incomplete pass on that last play. That means they need to come up with something here on third down. Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Throwing now. Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. To throw is gone. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Goff looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
I know what you're thinking. Well, if you had hands, you'd be playing on offense, right?
Well, that's true. You've said that before.
Me and the homies can trade your outfit. Do it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mario Warrior. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one may put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. I know one thing, man. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.